smoke weed every day.
Coming to the Kush Den. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Kush Den. If you're not familiar with the Kush Den is a 420 friendly conversation. Let me fix this. My lighting has been a little bit off like the last couple of little streams. But the Kush Den is a 420 friendly conversation in the community, even though it's been like, shit, going on 3 months. 3 months clean. Well, unless you count the black and mild dens we were having and all that other good shit, but that shit don't count. Like I say, man, you know, if you don't smoke, pour yourself up a nice adult beverage. If you don't drink, pour yourself a nice warm glass of milk. Sit back, relax, hop in the chat, talk your shit. We're all friends in the den. That's ultimately what it's all about. Like I say, it's about the conversation, man. You know, a variety of folks having a variety of different opinions. But tonight we're going to talk about our men afraid of strong women. And no, I'm not talking about women who are built like China. I'm talking about what is perceived to be strong-minded women. Heidi sees. Hold on, give me 1 second because I can tell this shit is pull the okie doke again. Okay, there we go. We're actually a little bit, I guess, a little bit more audible than I anticipated. But we're talking about, you know, again, strong-minded or perceived to be, I don't know what you say, confident, stubborn, or whatever it may be. I don't know. Okay, that sounds like a very pervy question to ask. What kind of pants you have on right now? Very strange. Strong like Oprah. Oprah might be a combination of both. She might be mentally strong and physically strong. She look like she might throw some hands, put them hands on you. Yes, Minnetonka water, the best water on the planet. Even better when you pour it in a Salt Sports mug. But again, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is having a terrific Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I don't know. We'll say it's Tuesday. If it's not, it's Tuesday somewhere. So here's the deal. Here is the deal. Let's see who we got in the den with us this evening, joining us in the den. And let's see, we got DeMarcus. We got Dr. Rabbit. Excuse me, Mr. Rabbit. We have Hormone Monster. Okay. We have, that's always pretty funny though. We have, let's see. Y'all stealing all the sauce earlier. Ferocious, what's the motherfucking deal? Balin, Danny, the titty monster. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? McVice, what's the motherfucking deal? Respect women? Nah, we're not going to talk about that. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying our men are afraid of strong women. Brick, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi, Flower Pants, Klein Dentist, what's the motherfucking deal? Kenneth, can we talk politics today? I'm sure somehow, some way. You know, you probably already talking politics. You said, let's talk politics, and the very next question you ask is, Heidi, what kind of pants do you have on? That sounds pretty much like a politician. So I think we're already talking politics with you, Kenneth. Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Let's see. Oh, Hormone Monster isn't here? No, that's unfortunate. Just getting up, ready to go running. I'm about to go running too. Like next 5 minutes, I'm going to start running. What a coincidence, right? Cavity Creep, what's the motherfucking deal? Again, so like I said, we're going to talk about. That probably would have been the hot topic, but like I said, I don't want to be on the clout chasing shit. So I don't want to sit here and let's talk about Nike. I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail. I'm gonna talk about shit that actually enters my mind because that definitely would be the hot topic. Get a whole bunch of people paying attention. But that's not what the Kush Den is about. I don't want to bring a bunch of motherfuckers who really ain't fucking with the shit in, just for looks and likes. That's not ultimately what it's about. We're just here to have a good conversation, talk about whatever we want to. Well, you didn't say that. You should have said that, Heidi. That's a caveat that I usually implement in my running. Joshua, what's the motherfucking deal? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's definitely gonna eat off of this, and I hope so. I hope so, because like I say, not that I necessarily, again, like I say, agree with the manner in which he protested. I definitely would have went about it a different way. I'm not saying I don't really care about the answer, because I told y'all I didn't grow up on that type of stuff. That has nothing to do with my thing. I just think that I'd have gave it a different visual, personally. But I'm loving what's happening with that. Man, look, let me tell y'all something about Electric Light Orchestra. Okay, cool. Let me tell you something about this Cushington character, man. This guy Cushion. Man, nobody cares about the veterans. It's just something for people to say to try to it's the straw man veteran. He's not a real veteran that they give a shit about. They just create that veteran narrative to make it seem like, they're standing for something just when they're just against what Kaepernick is standing for. That's all it is. It has nothing else to do. Has nothing else to do with anything else. So my thing is this. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I say. Like all these people who sit there and do all this, like people are lame as shit. And this is what I'm saying. Oh, look at me. I'm burning my Nike shoes. Apparently, if somebody burnt their house down, that's fucking hilarious. I love that. But if you really didn't want to support the brand, you don't have to fucking advertise it. Those are just lame ass people roaching for fucking attention. Well, look, people are going to be paying attention to this. Look, I'm gonna do this because it's what people are looking at. Like, man, $30 Nike from the 80s. I mean, look, the boys out there burning Cortezes and shit. And again, like motherfuckers burning like one little old pair of socks that they fucking own. Maybe them motherfuckers some knockoff. They got them from the flea market from some Mexican guy. You know what I'm saying? The whole say Mikey, not Nike. And people, like I say, they're out there just doing stupid shit. Again, trying to validate it. Like somebody tagged me in something. Our sound man cut his Nike socks up. Give a fuck about him cutting up Nike socks. Do you see the shoes he had on in the picture? The motherfucker was so busted. I'm pretty sure he ain't been to the goddamn Nike store in decades. So my thing is like, man, get off the fucking stupid shit. Like the same thing with the people who are throwing out their Keurigs. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, by you destroying your own property, you don't get any money back for it. You're not hurting the company. Guess what? They already got paid for that. So whatever, it is what it is. Like I don't understand. Like again, those just dumbasses want some attention. Look, I'm willing to burn because I'm not fucking with it no more. But then the funniest one was the lady who was like, "Fuck Nike, I'll just rock my Converse." Surprise, bitch! Fucking Converse is owned by Nike. That shit is fucking super, super crazy. Well, you don't get people on the football team who get super nice cleats when the game rolls a bit. Man, some people say, look, if you look good, you play good. Whatever floats your boat, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing, burn the Kevin Durant just because Kevin Durant is a snake. You know what I'm saying? Simply everybody knows they love white people and police, right? But here's the thing though, like people are saying, I'm going to Adidas, but there were some executives who kind of leaked the information. They're basically like Adidas and I want to say it was Adidas and Puma were basically like waiting to see if Nike was going to end their contract with Colin Kaepernick because they were going to be willing to offer him. Like, so my thing is everybody who's sitting there running, I'm just going to go with Adidas 3-stripe life. Like, shit, who cares, man? Like the thing is, you're not making a fucking statement by doing any of this. Again, it's just people who fucking, you're not making a statement. You're not doing anything with that. Like, who cares? You burned your shoes. Good for you. How does that affect my life? Doesn't. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if the motherfuckers came out and said they were super fucking right. Like, I don't give a fuck. Go get you some New Balances and be cool with it. Everybody's mad at New Balance because they fucking had donated to Trump's campaign. But you got to realize a lot of these big businesses, they donate fucking both ways just to have a little bit of leverage. They'll donate a little change here, a little change there, but then they're going to, whatever's going to be better for their business in the long run. Like, I don't see how people get so emotionally caught up in shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm here for the tears. Like, I don't care if they're right-wing tears. I don't care if they're fucking left-wing tears. I'm just here for the tears to just watch people do stupid shit. Like, I don't care at all. He wear a piece of shoes at Walmart Shaqs. Shaq signed with Kaepernick. He signed with Kaepernick, so you can't wear the Shaqs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I walk down the street, look, slide down the street in my Nikes, dancing in my Nikes while eating Papa John's. I'll walk to Papa John's in my Nikes just to piss people off, carry the box all the way home. People be honking, holding up a piece of pizza. What's the motherfucking deal? But my thing is like, who cares, man? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, my thing is this: if it was really about protesting the NFL and that whole stance, Colin Kaepernick hasn't been in the NFL in over a year. So what are you really protesting? Colin Kaepernick hasn't done anything about the military and anything at all. Because again, if you really paid any attention to it instead of just listening to the shit that you were fed, is that he started kneeling because the military man told him to. The motherfucker was just sitting down on the bench like, you don't give a fuck about the shit. Nobody had a problem when he was sitting on the bench. It was when he started kneeling, actually, that's when all the rage came. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. And so, man, like I say, I honestly don't care who Nike did. But Nike, I'm just glad that it's like, because honestly, like I say, I laugh because like all the liberal people, they get all upset about everything. But it's to the point where the fucking Republicans are crying just as much. Conservatives are crying just as much as the fucking liberals, man. And it's just like, it's a bunch of bullshit ass crybaby shit, man. And it's just like, man, the whole country is full of fucking crying ass motherfuckers and nobody's getting shit done. Let's burn our shoes and let's break our coffee makers. Let's interrupt the politicians while they're getting, what is it? What do they have? The fucking, who was that? Kavanaugh, whoever it was, hearing. It's like, let's do stupid shit that has no merit for anyone just to be seen. And that's really all it's about. It's like, man, again, if you really gave a fuck about the veterans, like you ask them, like the thing that kills me is like, that's why I say, like, I honestly, like it's a couple of people I follow on Twitter that actually have good shit going. And I have the Soft Sports Twitter, but it's like, man, I really do. I hate social media because social media just allows you to see. I sound like a fucking idiot. It allows you to see how stupid people are, but it allows you to see how dumb people are, how stupid society is that's around you. Because these same motherfuckers gonna still be wearing their football jersey. They gonna think they making a statement, probably put a little piece of tape over it. Like, who cares, man? Like, who really cares? Because you're not doing anything to fix or resolve the situation. Hello, MD, medical doctor, the medical doctor that needs to take the pills. But you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. It's people who are talking about, like, I've seen people commenting on people's posts talking about, well, my brother and my uncle served and you're disrespecting them with your post. It'll be somebody who actually served in the military or current motherfucker still in the military. Like, but I'm in the military right now, not me representing for someone else, being offended for somebody else. I'm actually here, and you're trying to tell me, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, I ain't gonna buy no Cap merch. I ain't support. Like, I'm not against it, but I'm not for it either. I'm just, like I said, I'm just here for the tears. I'm here to watch everybody else cry about it. I'm buying sauce merch. You know what I'm saying? Buy sauce merch. Remain engaged but neutral. Buy Sauce Sports merch. That's what I'm all about. But my thing is this, man. Like, I'm not fucking finna give a shit about none of that shit. That shit, like, I don't care about it. I just want to like I said, I'm here for the tears because it's funny because the same people sit there going, oh, look at those snowflakes. They're crying about it. Look at them crying. And then what do? The same fucking shit. So it's like, come on, man. And I'm just sitting back looking at it like, man, everybody's fucking dumb. Good grief. But we're here to... Can you use your $2 night? It has to gain interest. It has to gain at least, if you go middleman in Mexico, I might call you a Q. Yes. I'll fight Max Kellerman. I'll say Max Kellerman was using cultural appropriation when he tried to rap because it was awful. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this. If Cap wins this case, oh man. Like I said, the reason why I want Cap to win the case is just because here's my thing. I'm not anti-establishment. But I think the establishment needs to adjust to the modern age. I'm not saying that all the old guys need to get up out of there. I'm not saying that, they need to turn all their shit over to new. No, not at all. But everybody needs to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for people to fuck. Yeah, man, you never seen Max Kellerman, man? Look up Max Kellerman rap whenever you get the chance. And man, it's very interesting. But again, like I say, I don't care about any of this shit because when you really step back and look at it, like, what does this have to do with me? I always say, like, people who pick a side automatically, you just say, I'm liberal. No matter what, I'm going to be a Democrat. Or no matter what, I'm going to be a Republican. I always thought that was stupid. You know what I mean? I'm just like, so even if the shit that a person supports doesn't benefit you at all, you're still going to get behind it. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense at all, man. Like, none whatsoever. I'm gonna go with what's best and what benefits me the most. And like that's just how I see it, Now, I care about people as a whole. Maybe certain situations, certain things that you can look at what benefits people as a whole. But for the most part, I'm like, man, it's about me. But we need to hear. We're here to talk about strong women. You know, that's what we're here for. That's what we're in the mix for. Okay. And first, I got to fight Jay Bird. But are men afraid of strong women? I think that this is a false narrative that gets put out there. I don't think men are afraid of strong women. I think that a lot of women who think that they're strong aren't really what they think they are. And I think strong women who go out and they go get in there after they're motivated and they're progressive in their careers or whatever else it may be, however you view the word strong. And I think that's what we have to look at first before we start like deep diving into it. I think we have to look at the word strong. And first and foremost, most people hear that, oh, he's saying this, they get emotional. Overly emotional women are not strong. Okay, so there's that. Because the ones who get easily offended, who can't listen to someone say something that they don't like, and the majority of women are not strong. Like, just because you got abandoned in a situation and you have been surviving, it doesn't make you strong. It just makes you a human being who's alive. And then strong women like Michelle Obama. How strong is Michelle? What is strong about Michelle? What is strong about, strong women made many stupid mistakes? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, and we all make mistakes, but a lot of these so-called strong women want to be honored for the stupid mistakes they make. And then, the phrase is always strong black woman. That's the one I've never really understood. I mean, not saying that you aren't, but what makes you strong? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because usually you hear, the single mothers, I'm a strong black woman because I'm a single mother. There's a lot of single mothers of all races. So we got strong Mexican mothers, we got strong white mothers. I mean, does that make them strong too? Like, I don't understand the premise. And so I think the definition, no, we never made a mistake. That happens. But my thing is, exactly, it's just like people like to affiliate with shit that makes them feel good. And that's what a lot of this stuff is. They think they're standing like these fake activists, these pseudo activists who are just preaching about any and everything. Like, if I like a particular brand of shoes and I like the design and the look of shoes, that's what sells me more than the fucking logo on the shoe anyway. Like, if I like a particular look of a shoe, that's what I'm all about. But my thing is this, strong is overcoming real obstacles and growing and like, you got motherfuckers living in the projects talking about they a strong black woman. How? Like, how, bitch? What have you done to grow? What have you done that's made you strong? You surviving, basically skimming and getting by. What makes you strong? Where's the strong in that? Like, motherfuckers who've been living in the Jacks ever since till they kids go make it in the league. Now my mom, she was just a strong black woman, but she never did anything for you but make you play sports. Like, it's a bunch of, oh man, I hate the diva shit. I hate what also makes me sick? Something that I've come across is like these people, like these women who worship other women's pussy, like these motherfuckers who don't realize how desperate like Nicki Minaj, she's desperate as fuck, but you got like a gang of bitches who just believe it. But this bitch like popped her titties out on purpose for that fucking attention because album ain't selling. She's so like, if you can't see that she's crashing, bro, she's so desperate right now. She's mad because Travis Scott had a better album than he did, because he had a better album or better sales than she did, even though she did the same things that he did to try to advertise and all that other stuff. Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, so you so mad about it, you cancel your tour, you get mad, and it's okay now. She said something about wanting to punch him in the face. Now, what if a dude said that about a female? How would the strong women react to that? That's what they put on this pedal. She's a strong woman. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B's. What's strong about them? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Strength, that to me is, I guess, being able to overcome and thrive against adversity, not just to survive against adversity. Yeah, people consider Cardi B a role model. People, Strong Woman is a quiet Chinese girl ranked #1 in her med school. Yeah, and then she talks shit once she comes out #1. Fuck you, motherfuckers. And then she karate kicks everybody. You can't even rub a little titty on national TV. Exactly, man. Look, that man had a once in a lifetime opportunity. They tell you chase your dreams, but then when you do, people want to shun you for it. Cardiac B. Yeah, she's dumb as dirt. You can tell everything that's ever been done for her has been written for her. She can't read. She don't even read good. No, she doesn't read very well, and so she sounds like a fucking idiot anytime she's reading these written lines like this shit. Oh, y'all in here using up the Wi-Fi? No wonder my phone don't get a signal. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's like it's craziness, man. I don't even think Lil' Kim was that dumb. Lil' Kim, she used her sexuality to get wherever, but at least Lil' Kim can rap. I'll give her that. Like. And I'm sure she ain't have every other motherfucker in the world right. I'm sure motherfuckers probably wrote for her from time to time, but her whole career, Cardi B, purely written for. Nicki Minaj, purely written for. There's no creativity in these people. You know what I mean? But like I said, fucking doing all the most desperate shit. Is that strong? Popping your titties out in public? Like, yeah, I'm sexually free now. That's the thing now. Sexually liberal. How is that strong? Because most of the women who are extremely sexually liberal, they go home, they're depressed after they get fucked. Nobody's staying with them. They get some little action. They fucking have a lot of mental issues. They have a lot of stress in their lives, but they sell it real good. Sounds real good when they do it. But women can't operate like men do sexually. It just doesn't thrive. Like there's usually a connection with a lack in their life or a mental disorder of some sort or some type of shit like that. So my thing is, she was born in the Bronx. No, so I'm saying, like, these motherfuckers become women prop strippers up now and say that these women are strong role models. That's where we're at now. Like, it happened in the past when you had your Marilyn Monroes, but now it's just like naked bitch twerking on the fucking gram. She's a fucking queen. Like, we get so fucking liberal with all that crazy shit. Is Heidi stronger than Honcho? She don't want to arm wrestle. This ain't what she want. But give me 1 second here. Hold on. But ain't lying. You talking about falling off stripper poles? Look. Motherfuckers falling off stripper poles straight into a record deal. Like, that's the crazy shit. Oh, she's so strong, but she has to get all this fucking shit made up and done to her body to motherfucking me be confident in herself. Like I say, but we're going to say the confident conversation for this weekend when Man Up returns. But my thing is, but you watched. So who's stronger? I brought you into the game stream with my law of attraction. So I use my strength of attraction to bring you in. So I win. But my thing is, you know, that was not me. That was fucking Shaquille O'Cushington. Man. And where is Edman in here? I don't know. Is Edman? Edman, did you survive last night from the situation that took place in the mixer? If you are here, because it was bad. I had nightmares about it. Oh, want to talk about what doesn't kill you makes you significantly weaker. Yeah, you get the ligma. It's gonna break you down a bit. But my thing is, that's definitely the strength. But the thing is, I had a weird dream last night. We're going to digress for just a second. And I know Heidi says dreams don't mean anything. But I do. I disagree with that. Guitar? No, she could not. She absolutely would not. Like, most women wouldn't sell anything if they weren't showing themselves off sexually. Like, honestly, like, and that's not to be, like, trying to be sick, but I mean, why do they all have to be half naked? Like, back in the day, it wasn't like that. Women wore nice long evening gowns and actually had talent in fucking singing. But here's the thing, though. My thing is, I had this dream last night. It was strange because I'm trying to see if I can exactly, because she had talent. I had this dream like I was staying in this apartment, but it was near like a bridge, and something happened. And like I say, it's better to speak on these things when you remember them all. But basically, something happened in the apartment, like kind of broke up. Like it's not like it was an earthquake. It was like some construction or something was going around, but it caused the apartment to like separate. And part of it was like hanging over here. Somehow a bunch of water from, under the bridge was in the apartment. Like it was way high up. And so there's a bunch of weird stuff going on. Half the apartment was like on the side. And the star that I got stuck on was like on the half where most of the stuff was. But it was something that I felt like I needed. It was something on the other side that I needed to get to. And like for the majority of this dream, I was struggling coming up with ways to try to get across this chasm or whatever that had opened up with all the water and shit in it. And it was just like, whatever plan I devised, as I attempted to get closer, the thing would get further and further away, like I could never reach it. And the strange thing about it was like it was a window, like an open window, and the people who were doing construction were like watching me and just like, I guess, I don't know if they were commenting on what I was doing and what was going on. It's water under the bridge. But are you watching the Max fucking rap? And and eventually, like, I kept realizing that the closer I tried to get, the further away this thing was getting. And it was like I gave up on it. And everything ended up like coming back together. And the apartment was whole again. Now the thing had disappeared, but the whole situation like returned to normal. Now, I don't know what it means, but I'm going to assume a speculation. I'm going to make a speculation too, because it just feels better that way. But I think it's something that I've been holding on to that just needs to be let go so that, everything else can return to normalcy. I don't know, like I kind of have an idea of what it could be, but it's city water. That's awful. Dominic, don't be a culprit. And so, like I said, I was just like, man, what is it? What is it, man? And like I said, I did some thinking, and it kind of just came to me what it was. I don't know. Yeah, it would have been way better if it was a wet dream. I don't want to get into the second part of the dream. There was actually two dreams that happened to that. Like, so, the other part of the dream is probably for the mixer stream. So what I'm saying though is that like I said, I have some things that I think I need to let go, because I've been, like I said, talking about just some resentment and some anger issues. I don't think I come across as an angry person, but I do definitely have some anger issues with certain things. And I'm gonna let that shit go. It's just I gotta like let that shit go, because I've been developing on a bunch of other areas of my life, and I think I just gotta let the bullshit go. Yes, angry black man, the stereotype. We'll go around attacking white people because that's what angry black men do, apparently. But anyway, getting back to the stereotypes, the strong black woman and the angry black man. I don't know if there's gonna be a mixer tonight. I got to think about it. But my thing is, you think Scotty would disagree with Scotty? I don't know where Scotty is. Scotty's in the room somewhere. He's on fleek and got his little haircut and shit. I still got to figure out how to do something with that. I got to figure out how to do something with that beard of his. All right, Brick, appreciate you coming through, man. Already. If I was a player of fantasy football, my points would be low. I'd be injured. But again, like I say, the strong woman stereotype. Well, I don't even think it's a stereotype, but like, unless she's like a muscle builder, a fucking bodybuilder, where is this strength coming from? Like, where is the strength? I don't think that, breaking up in a relationship and being left on your own and things like that, I don't know if that necessarily counts as strength. Now, if you were left in a relationship and say you may have been dependent and you have a child, and then you come up from that and you grow from the level at which you started, and you come from having nothing to, maybe going to get a degree and building yourself up and establishing a quality life for yourself. I could give you strength for that. I'd give anybody even strength to stick to something. And, when you have overwhelming odds against you, but you have so many of these people who are strong just because they exist. And that's the thing that bothers me. If I was an NFL player, how would I feel about people making money off you? As long as I made money too, I wouldn't give a shit. As long as we all gonna eat. But that's why I don't. That's why I feel like the college kids should get paid, because ESPN can go and say all these kids' names and ruin their stock and say this about them, and these quote unquote experts can say whatever they want to say about these kids and ruin their chances of making millions and millions of dollars. But they can't go out and sign an autograph and make $5. They can't even have a YouTube channel, talking about their experience and make some money off of that. They'll lose their scholarship. They can't go have a job because they'll be suspected of taking, illegal benefits, things like that. I also talk about these kids. What do I say about the kids? I think the kids need to get paid, but look, when I talk, I say, like I say all the time, I speak in generalizations. There are people who are always going to be against the mold of what I'm talking about. There's always going to be people who are doing the right things. And when I speak, I'm talking about, when I say all these damn women, I'm not talking about every single fucking woman in the world. There are women out there who are strong, who are overcoming the odds, and who are doing things. But the majority of the motherfuckers who are using these terms and using this terminology, they're bullshit. They're bullshit. And again, like I say, these kids can fucking have permanent injuries. Who was the kid, the dude that fucked his neck up, can't ever walk again, playing for that college, never made a dime? You know what I'm saying? Not saying he was going to go to the league, but never made a dime. That's another thing too. Everybody talking about with the Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman gave a greater sacrifice for his country than Colin Kaepernick ever did. That's a stupid fucking argument. That dude wanted to go do that. It's not like he said, I'm gonna go. And matter of fact, I'm not trying to make light of the situation. It's fucked up either way. But didn't he get killed by an American, some friendly fire? And I wouldn't care. But I mean, the thing is that I think it has to be leveraged out in a situation where you can only, fuck it, yeah. The best players go to the best place. I think that motivates motherfuckers to train harder, to work harder. So I think that fuck it. That motivation to be the best. Hey, look, fuck all that bullshit. Let's have a chance to if I'm going to waste all my money and give it to my family anyway, when I go to the pros, might as well start in college. Fuck it. Well, fuck it. Start in high school, goddamn. Start paying the kids in high school. Let them go to the best fucking schools. Hopefully they get an education at a better school. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Again, let the establishment fuck itself. Let them do whatever the fuck they got to do. I honestly don't care about any of that. I'd rather the kids get paid than the universities get to make $20 million off a fucking kid. How much money did A&M make off of Johnny Manziel? You know what I mean? Let me look. I got to make sure I get the right chat open. I'm only looking at the live chat. The top chat. So I apologize if I missed something you may have said. Again, you gotta fucking, where's the culprit? See, look, I miss all the good stuff. When you ain't got the live chat open, you miss all the good thing, all the good stuff. But who cares? If people want to spend their money on stupid, ignorant jocks, then let them. I mean, who would be the ignorant ones to spend that much money on a kid? I think that's the problem that you have. They say the good nine, they're not wrong. Remember Sean Taylor? Good grief. Are the Islamic women strong? I don't know. Do they lift weights? I have no idea. You say stupidity is good, common sense bad. Yeah, it's kind of like that, man. That's kind of how the world is right now, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. I'd hate to read the Diary of a Madback Woman. It would probably be bad reading. Let's see. The problem is that athletes do not value the education given to them. Well, that's also their choice. Motherfuckers don't value the people who aren't athletes don't value the fucking free public education that's given to them. And that's why most society is the way that it is. Don't have to fucking be an athlete like the majority of people. You can get a fucking scholarship for being intelligent or doing well in school, and most people don't do that. So it doesn't even have to be anything to do with athletics. It could be for developing some other skill. The majority of people don't do that. Exactly, though. But that's the thing. Allow it. And I'm sure that the economy, the market would find a way to level itself out. And if not, it's not my problem. What is endowment? No, that's. I'm not even going to go there because you really set yourself up for. You really set yourself up for. I mean, you really you just threw an alley oop up there, Ed, man, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to. It was just. It's too easy. You really. You threw an alley. It was like it was off the backboard, but. Oh man. But anyway, my thing is this, it'll be a lot of angry black women if their kids didn't get paid for going to school, because you got a lot of women who force their kids to be athletes to do that. Really cost someone to win on fantasy or in their field. Would you care? Not at all. I wouldn't give a shit. My fucking health is way more important. And that's the thing that kills me, because that's how ignorant of a society that we have. I like fantasy football. I've been fucked with it the last couple of years. It's cool. But you have people who are so enamored with the shit that I've seen motherfuckers insulting athletes for getting hurt. Like they just chose to get hurt. You fucked up my fantasy league. You didn't get enough points. Like, why don't you go play football yourself, you fucking overweight, unathletic fuck? That you're going to sit here and get mad at somebody else for fucking doing their job that they get paid to do, and because you want bragging rights amongst your little circle of friends in your little circle jerk session, and they got hurt, like you get nothing for it and you're mad about it. Like it's super crazy, Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? But again, no, let's not act like the free diploma, because what happens when you go to a lot of these schools is you have students who are actually capable. You've seen guys that are intelligent. A lot of times these schools try to put you in a situation where, well, I know you want to take this class and I know you want to do this, but, this kind of conflicts with the football schedule, so, you should probably do this, this, and this. No, nobody wants to read that shit, Heidi. You shouldn't get paid for that. Why should they pay you for that? It depends on how many people read it. If you can get millions of people to read your dissertations, then yes, you should be paid for it. But if it's only your goddamn teacher, then no, you should get nothing for it. Nothing, I say to you. No soup Nazi. So you be feeling bad because you feel like the players are your slave. It has nothing to do with that. It's just about the perspective in which you look at it, man. And that is, it's a game. It's a game of luck. Honestly, it's all luck when it comes down to it. There's nobody who's just going to fucking ace it. You got motherfuckers who come up out of nowhere. You got motherfuckers like when people come with that, I'm a fantasy football expert. No, you're not. Just like you're not if you're a fantasy football expert, you be a football expert. And how often do the football experts get it wrong? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of craziness. The pay me scandal proves that. Fuck that education. I don't want to be fucking going to fucking class with a fucking broken knee and hobbling all over fucking school. Man, wish you were playing, man. You could have helped us win. While fucking Mel Kiper's on TV, yeah, well, his fucking stock is dropping. Unlike my hair, yeah, he'll never be good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, fuck all that. So my thing is craziness, man. Yeah, my thing is that That's what I mean. But they have not only fantasy, they got fucking high school rankings now. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're at least you're in high school, a good 5 to, well, I would say a good 3 to 5 years away, depending at 3 at the minimum, 5 or 6 at the maximum, years away from being able to get paid in the NFL. And motherfuckers are ranking you already as the ESPN top 100. It's Dave Campbell's. This is all this other fucking shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. The fucking CFL Arena League, they don't pay you shit. You might as well go and play in the WNBA. Like, might as well be Joanna Man, dress up in drag and fucking go play in the WNBA. Fucking Isaiah Thomas is going to be the first man to play in the WNBA. Like, they're going to make an exception rule for him. You just got to throw on a wig and a fucking bra, call himself a tranny. They're going to let him play. Fucking, that's my thing though, man. It's just like, it's really crazy. But strong women. Isaiah Thomas is a strong black woman. But again, like I say, you know, that gets thrown around way too loosely. I think that you do have strong women out there. Was Rosa Parks a strong woman? I don't know. There's women who did it before she did. She was just the proper prop. Was Joan of Arc a strong woman? Probably, you know. Most likely. She was a leader. She was a woman. But again, is Beyonce strong? Is she? She's a singer. What makes her strong? I don't know. She is kind of muscular though. So she might be. You think Drake is a strong woman? Yes, he is the strength of most women. Harriet Tubman, I thought she was a gangster, bitch. Yeah, Harriet Tubman was about that action. But that's my thing too, when women sit and say, oh, we don't get the respect, we don't get the, when you have women throughout history who commanded their respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had women, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for reminding me something, because definitely these names are slipping my mind. Sojourner Truth. Yeah, Jackie Robinson. That's what I mean. Like, well, he had a woman's name, but he wasn't a strong black woman. But, you know, you've had women throughout history who have commanded their respect. Not asked for from no man, not they. Because the thing is, it's your perspective. If you feel like, well, I'm just there, but this man is doing, like, then you don't see yourself on that level. Regardless of what other systems are set up in place, or people, you know, perceive to be set up in place to keep you from achieving, you just go out and you do. I mean, there is no plenty of women European royals throughout the centuries fucking up shit. No comment. But again, man. But see, this is what I'm saying, though. The strong black woman today, Nicki Minaj compared herself to Harriet Tubman. Bitch, you make music and got fucking fake titties. Fucking shitty Jello booty. No, not even Jello booty. Jello shakes. Fucking ass is like a bag of trash. You know what I'm saying? A tightly tied bag of trash. That's what it looks like. And fucking, you compare yourself to Harriet Tubman because people didn't buy your album. You know what I mean? And Bloody Mary, she had a drink named after her. She about that action? Which one of the bitches got their head cut off? Say, what constitutes strength in a woman? The same thing that constitutes strength in a man. Just, again, willing to overcome the obstacles that are placed in front of you. Not just existing, not just fucking being, like thriving, growing, you know what I'm saying? Improving the life of your family, improving your life, you know, whatever it may be. Examples of a strong man, Arnold Schwarzenegger. All the strong men, they get discredited because they do extra fucking out. They do that extramarital fucking, and then people say they're not strong, they're bad men anymore. Would Harriet Tubman wear Nikes? That's the question of the night. So that's what I need to know. But my thing is, Elizabeth I. Lizard Bird. Again, you know, my thing is, I don't know, is every veteran strong? or do some people get put into situations and find ways to better their life? My thing is this, like, oh, you're disrespecting veterans. I don't know. Are there some veterans that are worth being disrespected? I know what I'm saying sounds like blasphemy, but say I'm out to eat and I'm kicking it with my old lady or my family, and a veteran comes up to me and just says some old off the wall racist, disrespectful shit, and I beat his fucking ass. Am I a bad guy or is he the bad guy? That's my thing. I'm not finna boycott shit. That boycott shit it is what it is. Whatever. It ain't gonna affect Nike. Like I said, I like whatever shoes. I like shit that looks good. I like shoes. Motherfuckers who actually make fucking size 15 shoes. So I can't, like, I don't have the luxury of just going out and boycotting shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my feet too goddamn big to be trying to boycott. Like, I'm either gonna have to be walking around barefoot or boycott. That's my options. You know what I'm saying? So, in the eyes of the law, the African American only knew what they were doing and really else doing in other countries. That's why, honestly, like I said, I want to do some traveling. I need to do more traveling. I need to. I have goals. I have some things I want to set up. I want to be able to really, really travel. Take the Kush to the Kush den. Freudian slip. Who knows? Take the Kush den on the road, like internationally. Be live streaming in Honduras. We'll have an episode. Are all Hondurans really simps? Why? No. Why ain't finna fuck with none of that shit? Why don't get his name tied up in no shenanigans? You know what I'm saying? Man, that would actually be super dope. That's not a bad idea. Man, bro, that's a damn good idea. I'd have to get it to grow just a little bit more, but I think that would be a damn good idea. That would actually be super dope. I ain't running nowhere. I'll be out there kicking it. I'll be like, hey, what a fucking tamales, man. White had his face on. Yeah, I'm sure it's still on the box. The fucking Papa John's is still the official pizza of the Texans. Like, nothing changed on that. Like, I was listening to the radio the other day. Papa John's, Texas. They like try to throw Texas in the mix. Like, that disassociates them from being Papa John's. Like, Papa John's is still the official pizza of the Texans. Like, ain't shit changed. The fucking Pizza Hut might be the official fucking, said Honcho still has electric power showers that electrocute you in nice hotels. Man, look, fuck a shower. I'm gonna go with the people. I want to be amongst the people. Give me a bucket. Give me a sponge. I don't even need a sponge. Give me a small ferret that doesn't bite. I'll wash my ass with it. But my thing is, I'm not tripping on that. Like, I'm not worried about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad Dr. Rap. Appreciate you following through. Be a sauce cruise would be dope. Be a sauce cruise murder mystery. But that wouldn't be part of the plan. It would just happen. Number 3 tough. That's what I'm saying, man. I gotta understand. Like, I got some family in the backwoods, and I told y'all some of the shit from when I was young. I shit, man, I ain't tripping on none of that bullshit. Like, that shit don't fucking faze me. You know, fucking not having modern amenities. Yeah, they're nice. Don't get me wrong, but trust me, I could fucking adapt without having fucking modern amenities. That shit ain't shit, like, at all. So again, third place company, no one says you're their favorite. I don't know. I think third place companies, they have their value, because you always have people who don't want fucking even the Green Party got votes. You know what I mean? Fucking, what's his name? Johnson got votes. Fucking Jill Stein got votes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not worried about none of that shit. Like, I fucking go stay in a hut. Like, I was watching some shit on this fucking little country in Africa, and like, where all the women had like these the women made huts. They like those, I guess, are strong women, but I don't know how they have kids if they're such strong women. If they have young kids. What modern men can you not live without? I could do without. Like, I honestly, like, it's not a big deal. Like I say, as long as, you know what I'm saying, In Texas, yeah, you want AC, but I could do without it. It wouldn't be very comfortable. I'd be the fuzziest headed motherfucker you ever saw, but I'd be sweating a bit. Shit, I'd be in the AC and be sweating, so that tell you. Yeah, I guess you probably need a refrigerator, but you know, if I'm in an area where I can catch my own shit, I'll go. I'm not having no problem hunting. I don't give a fuck about animals like that. And I'll take Scotty with me, tell him to sniff him out. And then as soon as I see him running off like a little piece of shit coward he is, I'll know that there's an animal there and I'll take it out. Let's see. Hunter-gatherer, yes. Look, I'll get my loincloth and my spear and I'll get it in. Yeah, trust me. This ain't what they want. Look, boil the water. I'm not really worried about the police. Doctors. Yeah, it's cool. Method refrigerator. I mean, look. I'm gonna say shit. Let me get let me get money with you, robbers. Shit, if y'all out there jacking shit, where the lick at? What the lick do? Goddamn. You know. Look, Shaq Kush been infiltrating y'all. I want to stay at the Sheraton. Damn that. I want to share a ton. Give me the drugs. We'll make it work. No, but where you gonna get the Kush from? I grow my own Kush. It may take a couple of months, but we would just keep it in rotation. So that way we'll never run out. Like I really wouldn't, like honestly, like I'd have no problem living without certain shit. But why do that if you don't have to? I guess that's part of it. But again, like I say, I mean, I really would like to, you know, bounce around, see how the people get it in. Go live amongst the folks. You know what I'm saying? All right, Dominic, you culprit, get out of here. Shit, what does that mean? They fucking kill you for $2 out here. Motherfucker got stabbed and killed for $6 the other day. Motherfucker robbed for $6, stabbed the shit out of him. Fucking went and jacked the pizza girl, sexually molested the pizza girl, and fucking, no, he let her make it. I mean, shit, it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay with Rick Grimes. But my thing is, like, it is what it is. Again, people test the people that they know can be tested. You know what I mean? That's just human nature. If you look like a victim, then you will become a victim. I mean, that's just that. You know, it is what it is. No, there's nothing wrong with America, because like I said, I know, you go anywhere else, I'm sure it's cool temporarily, but as far as, it depends on your state of mind. If you're looking to grow and prosper, this is the fastest place you're ever going to do it. So, you know, Africa's cool, all these other places are cool, but yeah, all that shit is, man, because it had been a minute since I'd been out that way, and then I went out there not that long ago. No, actually, been fucking around out that way. And it's just like, man, this shit is so much different since from the time that I was stomping around that bitch. But my thing is, when you listen to a certain type of thing so much, and that's why I say, you know, that's why it's hard for me dealing with my folks. Like, I love my folks, but can't let that type of rhetoric infiltrate your mind, because it really ain't that bad. There are some situations, there are some things that happen, but again, you got to look at the people who it happens to. Like, you know, who do you know directly that a situation has happened to? Are the fucking police fucked up? Yeah, I've had some experiences with the laws. But then, like I said, I told you I've had some experience with, like, so I sit here, can't sit here and say, oh, every one of these motherfuckers is this, that, or third. Because a lot of times there be motherfuckers that ain't never had no situation ever. They just telling other people's stories, and you know, other people don't tend to really give you the full truth. They give you the story that makes them look the best. It paints them in the best. I wasn't even doing nothing, and fucking, you know, but then he found a fucking brick on me. Okay. But my thing is this though. It's like, I told y'all, shit, 2 fucking white cops. It was a situation where I'm telling y'all would have never known Honcho. I would still be probably sitting down somewhere right now, not having any fun. You know what I mean? But it definitely wouldn't be on stream. Maybe, I don't know. They definitely get cameras and they get phones in them bitches. But my thing is that gave it to Ali yesterday. He was having stop me while I was running. No shit, ain't that a bitch? Yeah, I heard my partner. I mean, he's a veteran. Shit, he said he was running. He said the motherfucker like gave him a hard time about his fucking dog tags. Like tried to quiz him on some shit. Like, oh Lord, man. I'm like, yeah, there are instances, there are situations, but all in all, like I say, you can game the system and you can win here. But if you think from a different perspective, you won't. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you won't. It's just like, you just, again, it's all about taking advantage of the situations that are given to you. Send it to the Soft Sports email and I'll check it out. When do you plan on doing your draft? What was Will Smith's best movie? Bad Boys. Yeah, that's one of the things I remember a lot of people saying, fucking, if Trump wins, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. I don't know nobody that left. That's what I say, like, it's just, it's crazy to say certain things. Because in reality, you know, even if you don't, like, what has changed for anybody? Only people really going through it is the Mexicans. They motherfucking get stopped like hotcakes. But my thing is this, man. That's pretty bad there, Jay Bird. My deal is this, man. Like I said, I don't knock anybody's opinion because everybody has their own perspective of shit, you know. But man, shit. Yeah. Good luck with that shit. Like I say, man, you might as well. Like I say, those arguments and shit like that again, ain't nobody cracking no whip on my back. I don't want that fucking money. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking, look, that I didn't earn that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody saying, oh, well, the only reason you made it is because we gave it to you. Nah. You know what I'm saying? I want to fucking do it on my own, so man. I want it on my own. Like, if I fail, it's because I made the bad decision. See, I know the motherfuckers expressing excess in order to fully capture the depth of what they feel. Yeah. Like strong women tend to. Yeah. But my thing is, man, let's be realistic. Like I told y'all, shit. I've done a bunch of dumb stuff in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I have a certain perspective than compared to motherfuckers who, again, like I say, ain't never had no altercation with the police. I ain't never didn't come up from good neighborhoods. I tell you, that's why one of the hairdressers I used to go to, I had to like stop fucking with that bitch because he used to just say some dumb, like, bitch, you came from a nice neighborhood, you're college educated, you own your own business. Basically, your parents really run most of the shit for you. You know what I mean? All that other shit. And she's a strong black woman. And she fucking, but were they sauce shirts and were they sauce jeans? That's what I need to know, Jay Bird. Ronda Rousey, yeah, she was a weak bitch. But remember the whole do nothing bitch, but as soon as she took a L, that's not, but people will say she was they'll say that this, like, as soon as she took losses, she couldn't overcome them. You know what I'm saying? But, man, yeah, I thought it was suicidal. Like, bitch, he was weak from the jump then. You know, he was never strong. But what I'm saying is that it's people who've never been through shit, but again, they hear shit on fucking TV and their friends tell them shit. Again, friends be career fucking criminals and sell them these stories and this and other shit. And they like, yeah, man, you know, the police are so bad. You go outside, they gonna shoot you. It's like, bitch, when have the laws ever shot you? When have you ever had a situation with the laws? Like, never, ever in your life. And you do a little bit of dirt here and there, but you're not even with that kind of action. You said you shop at Fashion, though. If you're a guy, you're gay. If you're a girl, you're a thought. Okay. What if it's a gay thought? Because those things exist. You know, yeah, because one, when you teach your children shit like that, you make them, especially when they're young, you instill a level of fear in them. Like, that's why I say I'm against it, because you teach them that they're not equal. Like, you automatically put them at a lower mind frame of power. And that's why I say, man, look, you just as good as anybody. I don't care what color. That's why I say, man, you can't tell me nothing about no fucking white supremacy. Ain't no fucking white person supreme to me. You know what I'm saying? You a man just like I'm a man. It might be a few more y'all in this current location, but that's about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no, like, I don't buy into that shit, because when you say these words and you use these things, it puts you in a certain mind frame. You know what I mean? But my thing is, yeah, I didn't know there was two of them motherfuckers didn't do shit with this shit. Kush got assassinated. But my thing is, again, but everybody's entitled to feel how they want to feel. I just ain't with that. I just ain't with that feeling like, especially when you come from again, like we talk about the hood. The hood is an environment of lack. Why continue yourself? Why indoctrinate yourself with more lacking beliefs, and then you stay in that mind frame? You stay more in that fucking. Really, man, fucking it. If like. It's a lot of contradicting theories that happen. That's where Shaq got assassinated. It's a lot of contradicting theories, you know. You know, we're bigger, we're a better breed, we're this, and this, but then we're losing in this and we're losing that. It's because, you know, they got the power. Like, well, if you're better than, why are we not taking over? If that's your rhetoric, man, fucking fuck that shit. Go take over some shit. You know what I mean? That's why I say, you know, with the Kaepernick thing, my belief is, you know, it's not necessarily about the protest. Protest if you want to protest, but I wouldn't kneel, because then again, you're asking, you're begging, you're pleading. You know, hey, please, can I please? But then you sit there and say, fuck these people, they doing this. But then you're asking the same people that you view as your oppressor for the assistance, for the ability. Like, if you want something, you got to go out and fight. So it's been throughout history. If you wanted something, you want some shit done a certain way, excuse me, you got to fucking fight for that shit. And that's not, in my opinion, necessarily fighting. That's why I say I view it as a different thing. It's just not the way I would have gone about it if that's my particular beliefs. So, you know, yeah, but the thing is, man, that's so unfortunate though is, you know, you have to be especially careful, because you don't know what other black families are teaching them, their children, and you got to be cautious about it, you know. And I think especially with black kids, you got to be super cautious, because a couple of things that I've noticed, you may have the ones with the woe is me shit, but then you have some black families who put white people on a pedestal, and I'm not with that shit either. You know what I'm saying? Again, I believe in equality, equal opportunity for everybody. I feel like ain't nobody better than me. If I put the same effort in, I'm gonna be better than you. That's just how I feel about it. But so I'm not gonna put like, oh well, you know, this and like, I'm not with that shit either. I've noticed a lot of that around this area. And so you just got to be real cautious, because I'm a big believer in things that you watch, read, say, do. You can easily be infiltrated by a thought, because I could just say something on this stream, whether you agree with me or not. If I say it and you hear it, you're gonna think about it. Then I've accessed your mind just for that moment, whether you agree with it, you know, if you take a second to think about it, or you know, once it registers, you're like, oh fuck that, or you're like, oh hell yeah, but it doesn't matter. I've gotten that little bit of infiltration into your mind. And so that's why I'm real careful about the shit that I listen to now, shit that I was always super cautious about the shit that I watch. But then, like I say, I would let the music continue to have an effect, and I just wasn't paying attention to the music, saying, oh, you know, I'm just using this for motivation, or I'm just using this to, you know, for whatever. But for the most part, like I said, I had to cut all that bullshit out. Most of the time, I'm listening to fucking. I was on my super classical kick for a while, but now I've been listening to fucking soundtrack music. Fucking a lot of old Western soundtracks. A couple of more modern things. I know, like, but just the instrumental stuff. Not like if it's a soundtrack with a bunch of rap songs, a bunch of pop, rock, and I ain't listening to none of that shit. I don't want to hear nobody's words. I just want to let the music go, and I'll dictate my own terms to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, actually, compared to the world, not only we're not poor, but actually we're very material possession. But why measure yourself in material possession? I don't know. That's another thing. Like, I don't think that's like. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like, material shit isn't really a qualifier to me, you know. But it is what it is. Let's see, right? We had a discussion the week with my family. Needed to say I was a minority, annoying when I was conservative Trump support. Yeah, definitely. You're definitely not gonna get too much love with that. Let's see what I missed. I see a couple of you. Say, pass you a German broad. We're a Mexican is ignorant as fuck. Probably once about great gym socks and pink jock straps. Just don't do it on the field. Let's see. Raising black kids, you got to be careful. But yeah, man. See, America's manipulated through media. Absolutely. And that's why I say, man, I'm super. I got to be picky about what I watch. Now, from time to time again, I watch some stupid bullshit. But man, here's something. Here's super funny. Oh yeah, that fucking Chris Stapleton is a shit. Chris Stapleton fucking jams like Tennessee Whiskey. Damn, what's that other song he has? He has another one. I Was Wrong. He's got a song called I Was Wrong, and that shit fucking goes hard. And that's when you're not lying about the media raising the kids. But a lot of people now, because it's all about this world of convenience, that they throw fucking, they have fucking, I mean, you go to the grocery store and see a baby can't talk, can't think, can't speak, can't, you know, iterate what it believes in or knows or anything, but they got it in front of a phone. It knows how to hold a phone and push buttons and do all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And what, Heidi? So you're telling me there's no Wakanda? You got to be fucking kidding me. You're just a hater. But you know, and then people put that shit in front of their kids' face, and that's why you had all that shit that was going on with fucking YouTube Kids. You know, people, it's so many videos, you can't filter that shit. They just got to say it's in the kids category, and it was all kind of fucking shit shaking on there. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. And the thing is that you have parents who at this point I almost feel like, you know, they're more worried about themselves and they're still having their fun, especially when they have kids young. Well, I missed out on my youth because I had kids, and so they're trying to relive and they're trying to be friends with their kids, and they're trying to do all this like weird shit instead of fucking raising children now. Like, I'm not with that whole being friends with the kids here. I'm here to set a standard for your motherfucking ass, and you're gonna follow it. And that's what it is. Where is the free fucking food, Ivy? You let me know where we get that shit at. I'm down with that. But my thing is, you tell your grandma keep trying to tell you how to raise your daughter when the kids fucked off. Yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but people don't want to do that. You got a lot of that shit comes from the left. Oh, you can't discipline your children, and you got to do this. Like, I'm not here to be buddy with these kids. I'll be goddamn a kid think they're gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Like, you better sit your little goofy ass down and shut the fuck up. And you better listen. You know what I'm saying? Don't know shit from nothing, and don't think you got something to say. I don't want to hear that shit. So that's all I'm saying, man. Like, that's what I'm saying, you know. It's just that, again, Taco Bell's the only free food I want, goddamn. But again, man, like I say, it's just Well, what it all comes down to, honestly, what it all comes down to is we just got to blame all the fake strong women. It's all their fault that everything is wrong. It started with fucking Eve, all right? She was fake strong. Hold on, give me a second here. Fucking nose start running out of nowhere. Give me a second. Pardon me. I don't know what the fuck that was. Oh, man. Pardon me. Was Lilith the original side chick? I can feel it in the air. All right. I think we Gucci now. But here's the thing, man. But that is the wonderful thing about it, though, is that we do have access to more information, more education than ever before. But the average motherfucker nowadays don't even want to Google it. Like, motherfuckers don't want to Google the shit. Like, you literally can solve your, I won't say you can solve your problem in a matter of seconds, but you can find solutions to help alleviate your problems in a matter of moments. Just ask the right questions. You know, it kills me when people say, oh, you know, I'm in this and I can't do this, and this. Man, you got a fucking iPhone in your pocket. You got a fucking Samsung or whatever is hot to Google, whatever phones is out there. You got the latest fucking $1,000 phone in your pocket. You got access to a computer. You got Google that shit. Google the shit. Ask the fucking question, hey, how do I resolve this issue? People won't even do that these days. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Audiobooks. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, motherfuckers sit there, man, I don't got time. I don't got time for this. I got Khan Academy on my fucking phone. I'm trying to get my math game back up. I've been dusty. I'm super dusty in my math. I got Khan Academy on my fucking phone. You got Duolingo. You got all kind of shit to learn and educate you, but people won't even use the shit. I don't got time. But, oh, man, you caught Empire last night? Nah, nigga, I've never watched that shit. Motherfuckers will have an hour to dedicate to a show that won't be of any benefit to them. You know what I'm saying? That the original space shows had less technology than you have in your pocket. I would probably believe it. I mean, shit. If not, at least not as compact. I can tell you that. But El Gato Negro, yeah. But I mean, that's the world we live in, man. But the thing about that is we can complain about it, or you just take advantage of the people who don't do it and win. You know, but the thing about that too is the people who aren't winning will sit there and accuse you of being some type of cheat, some type of scammer, some type of inconsiderate motherfucker. Or you're not worried about the people who don't. Well, what happens when them same people that you developed more than, or you created instead of hated, the people that, were doing the bullshit while you were grinding and you became up, and now you owe them something because you lived in the same proximity as them? You know what I'm saying? It's, hey, well, the air condition isn't turned down low enough, Heidi. So how about that? Catch me outside. So my thing is, fuck people. Like, people say you're a manipulator, you're exploiting people. And all the information of the world is there. Like I say, I've been following the Joe Dispenza thing. Like I said, I have my qualms about certain things. Like, I'm not a person who can ever just follow anything blindly. I always have questions. I always, try to find flaws and shit. But at the same time, that's not always a good way to be. Sometimes you got to be wholehearted in a certain stuff, even if it ain't always the best. You kind of tweak that at the end. But just following these things, thinking differently, allowing certain thoughts in my mind, looking at shit in a different way, instantly feel better. Cure for depression is not in the fucking pill, man. It's not in the fucking pill. The cure is in your own fucking mind. But yet you got millions of people in this country who don't realize why they're depressed. You got millions of people in this country taking medication for depression that makes them want to kill themselves. You got millions of people in this country like doing things that make no sense because it's the most convenient thing to do. Instead of saying, hey, instead of me taking an hour a day watching a bunch of cackling chickens talk about what's going on in the world that has nothing to do with me. Let me take this hour a day to meditate. Let me take this hour a day to figure out what I want to do in my fucking life. Yeah, that's funny. That's fucking funny. That I was just going to talk about that. Because that's what it is. When so many people live, like, and I say, this is what I'm learning. Like, I think positive. I try to, be motivational stuff. But like I say, it came down, like I say, this the way I think positive and letting go of a couple of things. The emotional connection. Emotion is a connection to the past. Learning little shit like that is, you know what? You guys are not allowed. I'm banning your addresses from Backdoor Foods. God damn it. But, no flower pants allowed. But my thing is this, man. A lot of people, the thing that he said to me that was just, not he said to me, but the thing that connected that made the most sense is people in their temperament, people in their personality, people in their moods, and how mood can become a temperament, can become a personality. It's just all about how long that they've been in a particular mood. It's all a mood, but just how long they've been into it. Excuse me. But it can always be traced back to something. And the funny thing is, yeah, it's that simple. You can always trace back the reason why a person is a certain way back to one event, or maybe multiple small events. But generally, it's one event that sets it off. And if you approach the way you look at that one event differently, if you looked at it from a different perspective, and you don't let it have that hole, that what's the word? That attention that you gave it. You didn't allow it to set that belief in you. You wouldn't be that way. And a lot of the shit is going back to curing one incident that took place and not letting it have that power over you. And you can change your whole perceptional life. You know what I'm saying? No. I see what we do is stronghold. Yes. Stranglehold. Ted Nugent. A lot of motherfuckers not going to like that. I don't give a fuck about Ted Nugent, but I like the song. Like, that's another thing that people can, should we go 50-50 on bills and HonchoSaucy? We talked about going Dutch, the other day. Well, I guess that would be similar to going Dutch, but yeah, exactly. And so the thing is, though, with meditation is you map your future, plan your future. Most of us don't. Most of us just follow this course that was already set out for. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a man up conversation. But most of us just follow this course that was set out for us, man. And we don't make adjustments. We don't change. We just do the same stuff and wonder why we get the same shit. You got to plan. Like with everything on earth, it's planning. And you have to plan what it is you want. You can know what you're supposed to do and kind of, let me do this, let me do that. But if you're not necessarily planning, you're not reaping the maximum benefit of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? What? We can plan a fantasy league. We can plan a fucking whatever. But the thing is, we don't determine an outcome for ourselves. We don't set the map for ourselves. So there's the deal. You say God laughs at your plans. Well, shit. He must be laughing when I didn't have no motherfucking plans, because he set me on a very negative direction. So I'm going to try to plan a thing to see where that gets me. Make your own luck, yeah. Because I talked about the luck thing from the China guy. And I thought that was the most interesting thing. This one girl said, I'm not your roommate. The Bible said the man should provide. And also said, well, the woman should be submissive and listen to the man. So how much, like, people pick what's convenient out there fucking motherfucker. That living in the project automatically puts you in a situation of less hope. I think listening to the people, observing, if you allow the projects to be your environment, you know what I mean? And you look at all the negative of it and not try to find where you can benefit and thrive. I mean, and of course it's a negative outlook, but a lot of that again is just the perspective, your mind. And I think that, you can come up out of it. If anything, it should be motivation. Use it as something, a reason to work harder, you know. Try not to get assimilated into the shit. And like I say, you know, this is coming in hindsight because I ain't never lived in a projects, but I definitely got caught up in some dumb shit. And if you allow your mental, that's why I say, man, it kills me when motherfuckers say, oh, I love the hood. The hood is all this, and try to glorify the hood. The hood ain't done nothing for nobody. It's a mind frame. It's a collective mind frame of lack. Everybody feels like we're lacking, you know. And I think that's what it is. You have to change the way you think about that shit. Because the thing is, man, I was watching it's a thing I watch on YouTube when I be working. I have it playing in the background. And it was funny because usually I've watched some of the bigger names. It's called Impact Theory. Either Impact Theory, it used to be like Quest something, but it's Impact Theory now. And it first started because there was a chick named Lisa Nichols. And there was a black chick, come from LA. I want to say Compton or whatever. You know, single black woman, had nothing, didn't really even have a real high school education. Teachers told her she was stupid, she couldn't read. Had a kid with a dude who went to jail. Same story that a lot of these women have who's still in the hood. But she up and decided that she was going to change the game. And she ended up, you know, putting in a lot of work, doing a lot of shit. Now she's a world-renowned speaker. She's a motivational speaker. She helps a lot of people do stuff. She speaks to businesses and all these other things. You know, when people said she wouldn't be a good writer, she wouldn't do all this. She's written books. She's done all these things. And, she's on Good Morning America now? Okay, cool. You know, and like I say, and that's what kind of got me started watching this show. But she's a dope motherfucker to follow. Like any single woman should follow her fucking there. Like that's why I say, like, she didn't need no dude for that. She came up and, you know, like I said, I don't know all of her views and everything else, but her backstory is very interesting. Said Brandon Tatum. I haven't heard that one, but I'll definitely check it out. Excuse me. I haven't heard that. But with this impact theory the other day, because it was just kind of on the playlist and it was just playing in the background. You know, it has people who've done great things in life. It was an illegal immigrant. He's the guy that started the Fit Body boot camps. And the Fit Body boot camp guy, he was Armenian. And that's what I was actually talking about him the other day. And now, you know, he's got so much money. He talked about it. He started out, he was running with a little gang or whatever. Then he got his ass beat because he was breaking into cars. And he started thinking differently. Coming from a neighborhood where it was kind of rough, where, you know, there were no real entrepreneurs, this, and this. He started doing personal training. Then he started looking at it differently. And he just talked about how, you know, what adjustments in mind frame, you know, he had to learn how to become a leader. He had to learn like a bunch of things. Now, you know, he makes millions. He's all over the place. But the two that got my interest, and actually there's a bunch of them that do. I mean, people got great stories, man. There's some great stories out there. And but one was a guy from 3rd Ward, young dude. He talked about basically he had got busted in France smuggling heroin and was supposed to do like 15 years. End up, you know, he was reading a lot while he was there. He said, you know, he really didn't used to read. And he was reading, right? He got a hold of the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. And some things happened. And instead of having to do the whole 15 years in France, he ended up only having to do like 2 years. Some shit happened in his life. I think before that, he used to write for like a ludicrous little group. He would end up dating George. But I didn't care. I might have mixed up the timeline. I don't know if that was after or before. But, you know, he was talking about shit. His mind frame had him so fucked up that, you know, he was a 6-figure dude, but he was living out his car. You know what I'm saying? He was dating Jordan Sparks. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, there goes farting Kush. You were talking about getting on the PUBG? What's happening? You ain't trying to get that pub love. But he was talking about, you know, basically coming from 3rd Ward, same motherfucking place we sit there and talk about, you know, and not the new 3rd Ward, you know, and how, you know, shit, he went to LA, he made decisions and he changed his life, you know, the same place everybody, you know, I'm from the Trey, man, you can't, man, the Trey is this way, it's that way, you know, you can't come up. But yet this motherfucker, he was stealing, he was robbing, he was doing shit. But then he changed his mind. He changed his game plan and thought of himself differently. Bam. Now he's a international speaker. You got some shit here in Houston. He's still mainly based in Houston. I don't know. He might be a culprit. Nah, but he dresses real weird. But he said, you know, he loves himself. He changed the way he thought. He said it's all about love. He started learning how to love. It sounds such because most of us don't have that love. Like we don't just have this undying love for people. And I try, but I mean, people get on my nerves too fucking much. And so I gotta try to forgive people because people don't realize how flawed they are. But he was very interesting because it's relatable because we're talking about the city of Houston. And then the other guy was from Fifth Ward, and he ended up, you know, working for IBM. Said he quit IBM to do stand-up comedy. Ended up becoming Steve Harvey's manager, and now he's eating good. I mean, because him and Steve done so much. He's made so many awards, and it's like I say, these people are from. He said that was his thing. He's like, man, I lived in Fifth Ward. The shit was, you know, trash. It was a bad environment, but I used to see on the TV, and I used to want, and I used to think in my mind. I pictured in my mind, you know, being elsewhere, doing something different, not becoming a product of my environment, but creating my own environment and saying, you know, this is where I'm gonna be, this is how I'm gonna get to whatever. And that happened. That took place for him. And then he said, you know, he kind of burnt some bridges to make sure he wouldn't go back to do certain things and thrive. So, man. Man, and that was the thing too. Boyce Watkins, at first, when I first came across him, I thought he was legit, dog, but then I started saying he was on that bunch of that bullshit. Tariq Nasheed bullshit. Like, how the fuck you've had there's been three Hidden Colors. They've all been successful. I've never personally bought one, but I've seen them. They've all been successful. You sell them all the time. Like, why do you still need more money to continue to raise it if they've been so successful? Even though you've had Jewish people backing you to fund these things, you know, but people don't really pay attention to that. You know, oh, Tariq giving us all this knowledge and this, and this. Yeah, it may be knowledge, and there may be some foundation and some truth to some of it. I think you got to kind of go back and do your own research on it. But at the same time, it's funded by Jewish people. But at the same time, you know, if it's so legit and he talks about all these other issues, why is he still in need of one more? Why can't you just produce it and you know, eat off of it? Like, what's going on with that? So, yeah, boy's super suspect, man. Like, boy should have just stuck to being knowledgeable. Like, here's my thing with black people, dog. Like, this is when I started really realizing niggas was throwed off, man. Tariq Black. Here's my thing that really started having me throwed off, man. Here's the thing that fucking got me fucking throwed off. I don't know if y'all remember a few years back when Dame Dash gave the most game ever on The Breakfast Club. And motherfuckers tried to clown him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. I ain't seen what Tommy been up to. I'm sure he's still thriving. Tommy just be too much drama. Tommy be acting like a broad to me. That's why I stopped really fucking with him. But I remember when Dame Dash was on fucking The Breakfast Club, and he tried to get these motherfuckers game, dog. You say, boys rolling and boys on Kirby side. Oh, word Larry Stafford be fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is just that he went on there and he was basically telling, man, you can do it. You can do this. You can do that. And they tried to undermine. They tried to take everything he said and make it look like shit. And you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Yeah, Tommy used to be all over the place. This nigga had about 52 channels too. But my thing is, you know, they try to undermine everything you're talking about. You know, you can be your own boss. You can do this. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. And they try to undermine him because their little pride was hurt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was insulting them, but they were upset. Well, what about regular people who can't do this and can't do that? You know, he was just talking about how, you know, teaches his kids to have businesses so you ain't got to work for nobody. Put your own money up. You know, don't be afraid to lose it all and bounce back. They tried to clown him, you know. Boyce Watkins comes on a week or so later, and they was trying to get him to say, it wasn't that stupid, what he was talking about. And he was kind of basically like, nah, what he said makes sense, but he put it in a more professional manner. And I was like, okay, dude might be legit. But then when I started seeing some of the other shit he got to crying and fucking with it, I'm like, man, I'm done with that. But then Gary Vaynerchuk comes on, basically says the same fucking shit. And like I said, I was fucking with Gary Vaynerchuk before it ever hit the Breakfast Club. Motherfuckers started fucking with that. That became a thing after that. Like, that shit kills me. But he basically said the same thing as Dame, and they all over the dick. Like, oh, yeah, man, fuck yeah. Oh, man, yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that kills me. It's just like, come on, man. Like, y'all out of there. My thing with Tommy is this. Tommy said some things that make sense, but then to me he was very hypocritical about it. But the thing about it is, though, being a hypocrite doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that you're a fucking hypocrite, and I'm just gonna be less tolerable of it. I just can't fuck with it. It's not saying you're wrong, but you can be a hypocrite and be right about what you're saying, but I'm not really necessarily fucking with it. But to me about Tommy is that his whole platform was just bagging on black women. I ain't tripping about that, but shit, I'm gonna talk about everybody. Like, I'm gonna talk shit about black people because it just bugs me. I'm gonna talk shit about white people. I'm gonna talk shit about Mexicans. If it's whatever comes up, I'm gonna talk about everybody. I'm not gonna base a platform on just bagging on one people because I know that's what certain people want to hear, and they feel good about themselves listening and bag on certain people. But if that's his lane, that's cool. I can't build a lane solely based on drama. Like, we can have dramatic conversations. We can have conversations about, whatever's on your mind. But I'm not a person that can just sit here and do drama day in and day out, day in and day out. I lost a lot of respect for Tommy, though. Like I say, when Vlad hit him with the okie doke, set him up with Tariq, and then, he ain't want no smoke. You talk all that shit, both of them niggas, but both of them look like some old ass clowns. But this nigga talking about, what's up, are you doing this with the damn, the damn wrestling belt and all that other shit. He went to some shit in New York, nigga stole off on him, after he was in the taxi cab, after shit later on, I'd have whooped that nigga, if it was just what, it's like, man, just take your L and roll, dog. Like, it is what it is, man, but my biggest thing was like, with the Tariq situation, like, I wouldn't even been so mad if he ain't want no smoke with him, but it was a situation where he got in that accident and the black chick hit him, and he started acting like the black broad that he talks about. He was basically, oh, my car worth more than your house, and like, don't know the bitch from that, just talking like the bitch wasn't even really spazzing on him like that. She wasn't even making a big deal. This nigga just went off like, my nigga, is you emotionally unstable? Like, you got beastie with the broad over that shit, but then when it came down to a nigga in your face, you really wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I stopped fucking with it, man. Like, I really stopped fucking with it. Emotional misrepresentation platform is how black women are propped up and men are less than it. But no, I agree with that. I agree with that, though. Like, when it comes to that shit, and especially with black women, they want this queen status and they expect to be bowed to and treated to. You got a lot of these black feminists now who sit there and say, oh, all men are scum and black men are oppressors too. Like, bitch, how the fuck? How the fuck? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck? Do you ever get caught up over that school shit? No, I don't know. Shannon, me and Shannon would have some issues. I'd probably beat the brakes off Charlamagne. Charlamagne is super culprit, dog. This motherfucker be cake soaping and bleaching his skin and shit. Another thing about Tommy with that one thing, that all that money he had got to do the Fatherless America video, because I was actually intrigued, kind of, seeing what was going to come out of that. And then all of a sudden the money up and disappeared. Oh, it was the chick he used to fuck with. She took it and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. That whole little incident was whatever. I ain't mad at them. I mean, if your followers are that loyal to you and they gonna give it to you, boy, hey, it is what it is, man. Yeah, DJ Envy is culprit. You got niggas who are suspect, and you got niggas who are culprits. When it's official, they're culprits. That's the new terminology. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I feel about Shannon Sharpe too. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and say Shannon Sharpe is a clown, but we definitely would have some It would be some things we would agree on, There would be some things that we would definitely disagree on. But I'd be like, come on, Uncle Shay, pass a nigga one of them blacks, man. Look, go ahead, look. Let's pour up some yak. Let a nigga get motherfucking miles. It'll be all good. So SU is short for super unicorn, the kind of creature that's been living for the past 6 centuries, knows everything except computers because he's too busy preaching philosophical lessons when computer science was advancing. People that the SU does not exist, but historical science reveals that the creature may indeed live among us for a very long time. The SU was last spot. That's all it is now. That's fucking funny. But yeah, that's the new phrase. We came up with that on the mixer, man. You got suspect. They're like, hey, that nigga, they're suspect. But when it's certified, that nigga's a culprit. But here's the thing. Before we wrap it up, I'll give y'all a little bit of mixer action. Before we wrap it up, you know what I realized? It's funny that y'all talking about define fag. An extremely annoying and considered person most commonly associated with Harley riders. Oh, the fucking the South Park definition. That's funny. My thing is this: what I really learned, and I've seen through this liberal media period, because I was listening to the Eminem album. I actually liked it. Eminem album was actually jamming. Like, it was actually some good old school. It was actually some good old school Eminem. I enjoyed it. You know, and I haven't heard the Machine Gun Kelly reply, so I need to check that out. Yeah, PUBG, as long as Shaq Kush ain't farting no more. I haven't heard the Machine Gun Kelly reply, but I hate fucking Spotify, dog. I hate fucking Spotify. You say MGK shit was it was legit? I'm gonna have to check him out. I'm gonna listen to it. I heard he called it Rap Devil or something, supposed to be a direct response to rapper. So he probably set the shit up originally. Probably been sitting on that shit for a while, waiting for Eminem to fucking diss it. Spotify is super gay, but whatever. I need to find another. I might have to see what's up with that Pandora or something. End up switching it over because Spotify is lame. It fucking doesn't ever play my playlist correctly. It just does a bunch of stupid shit. So it's just trash. They always want to be on some rainbow shit. They try to promote that Drake shit. Like, they need to have access. Like, I don't want to hear this fucking kind of music. How hard is it to fucking create a I don't like this shit playlist? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hadn't heard it, but I figured it. Like, come on, that's what it was. He was just waiting because you did somebody like Eminem, you know he's gonna reply eventually. He's gonna say something. So I'm sure he had that shit in waiting. Just I can't wait. Napster. Yes, tooting lines. Humming, I'm back. But Spotify blanks out the word faggot. Now, you can talk about any fucking thing else in the media. See, what I realized is that you're not allowed to say anything negative about gays. You can say gay shit. You can talk about gay activities and humor and all that other stuff, because all these cartoons, all these shows and shit on Netflix, the Deadpool was full of gay innuendo. You can't say anything negative about it. You can say negative shit about anybody of any race, creed, color. You know, you can say negative shit about men. You can say negative shit about women. You know, where the Me Too movement started to slowly try to end that too. But you can't say anything negative about gays. I thought this was supposed to be free speech. I thought, why can't he say faggot? He said faggot one time and shit's blanked out. And my thing is, you know, I've told you, there's gays, then there's faggots. Like I say, you got blacks, you got niggas, you got whites, you got crackers. There's a separation. You got black people, you got niggas. But not say niggas go, that transpires through all kind of races because everybody using niggas now. Can't call people midgets. You say you're telling Napster used to be Rhapsody. Okay, so Napster's still actually active? I'll have to check that shit out then. But my thing is, you can say anything negative. Like I say, you can crack negative jokes or black stereotypes. You can crack jokes on whites. You can crack jokes about anybody else. You can say anything you want to say. You better not say nothing about the gays or the trannies. Fuck, they tried to give Dave Chappelle some flack about that shit, but Dave is invincible. I'm gonna say his defenses were impenetrable, but There you go. I'm saying not me saying this, but they saying you can't say Mexican, you have to say Hispanic. I say Mexican, everything. Everything's Mexican. Yeah, I just lump everybody in the category. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thing. Is like motherfuckers really trying to get. It's only free speech when it's what they want to fucking hear. You know. But you can't say what you think, what you feel. Everybody gets offended. Oh, you're gonna offend somebody. But then, just like I say, the faggots call each other faggot. You know what I mean? Like, how does that work? You know? But whatever. It is what it is. But I'm starting to notice more and more of that shit. Like, that really kills me. Like, motherfucker, you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want to. If you don't like something, don't fucking listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I date a power lifter? Yeah, Black Lives Matter, fucking gay movement. A lot of people didn't realize this shit. A lot of people still pushing that shit. Fuck that. Let me get that off of there. Let me get that off my nose now. But I don't know if something over here in this fucking thing that's got me sneezing or what. But again, like I say, you can't say, well, you should. They say you shouldn't, but whoever they are, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But would I date a power lifter? Most likely not. Would I smash a power lifter? Probably. It would depend. It would have to be specific. I always seen like 3 of them. I seen one. It was like a couple of months ago. I was like, that was the first one I ever saw. I was like, damn, that bitch could probably get it. That bitch is swole as fuck, but she had some ass. It was probably injected too, because the rest of it was just too swole for the ass to be looking like that. And a lot of them motherfuckers get some old fake ass titties or whatever. Not gonna be having man tits and shit. So there's that. But you can say queer. Queer. That's fucking, you goddamn queers. Them damn queers. Steers and queers. I hate that fucking shit. But again, it is what it is. But my friends in the den, man, I appreciate y'all. Very good conversation. We barely talked about strong women. Strong women are faggots. So we'll do that. That will end it up like that. No, but again, if a woman is strong, she will never use that phrase. She would never tell you, I'm a strong woman, I'm a strong this. And the point was, are men afraid of them? No. Because men know that a strong woman is a solid backbone, a solid partner to have. But again, it's a lot of women who push a false narrative of being strong that really aren't strong. They're just existing, and they want you to believe they want to be strong, they want to feel strong, but they're not. And men just don't want to deal with their bullshit. It's a lot of women who push a lot of bullshit into the atmosphere and expect you to deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, then you can't deal with a strong woman. No, you're just a bullshit motherfucker who promotes a lot of bullshit, and nobody wants to deal with that. It has nothing to do with your strength. So, you know, it is what it is. But shit, I've been fucking I'll keep fucking looking at that goddamn fucking the top chat instead of live chat. You heard Asians call each other niggas. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Little people, damn little midgets. This is a movie where one of them little midgets finna come out. I think we're alone now. It actually looks like it might be interesting. Let's see. Look, yeah, that's gonna be the newest shirt coming out. Strong women are faggots. You know, that's actually like a pimp term. They call them hoes like they call them hoes fags and shit. Hoes out there fagging off. But yes. Here's my thing. Strong women are single. Yeah, for the most part. The ones that fake strong hoes. Like I said, a real strong bitch, she gonna help you build you an empire. You know what I mean? Cause she know what it is. But I'm calling it wrap. I'm gonna slide to the mixer for a little bit. I'll probably be there in 5 to 7 minutes or so. I'm gonna see if I need to walk Scotty. He was acting stupid earlier, so I don't know if he needs to go outside or something. But he might have fucking went under the bed and went to sleep. No telling with that damn dog. But we're going to mix it for a little bit, play a little bit of PUBG. But I appreciate y'all, man, for fucking with the den. I appreciate y'all for rocking with the nonsense that I spill. Whether we agree, whether we disagree, we're all friends in the den. And until we do it again, mañana. I appreciate y'all. Chunk up the deuce, y'all be cool. And yeah, y'all ain't gotta go home. You know, I don't know if the store's still open. It's almost closed. If you gotta get your supplies with whatever it is you may partake in, but you have yourselves a relaxing evening. I ain't gonna kick y'all out tonight. I'm going to politely escort you guys out of the den. And have a good evening. Until tomorrow.